Hello there, Kitty Chang here. Today I'd like to share with you a very important topic, one that is very close to my heart, and that is transform and grow rich in relationships. Well, these last few days I've been thinking and pondering quite a bit about my own as well as a lot of my friends' experiences in terms of relationship, partnership, and friendship. And I have come to a realization and a conclusion that we really need to be careful in choosing our friends or partners, whether it's on a personal or professional level. And I've learned that it's really better to choose wisely in the beginning and lose that which you can't trust than being hurt and cheated even. Because I've had so many of my friends that have come to me and shared that they have been trying to help people that are very negative or even energy drainers, and I've experienced the same thing. And so that goes to show that, when we actually choose friends, we need to actually be very, very careful, because when these people actually come into our lives, then, they can hurt us and they can even cheat on us, whether it's, on a personal or professional level. So negative people or energy drainers can really consume or deplete your happiness. And so that's why, I like to talk about that today, because I think in terms of relationship, whether it's in, business partnership or even, boyfriend, girlfriend, or friends, it's very important that we find out more about these people before we actually get into a very deep partnership or friendship. So what I think, for last few days, because of an experience that I have had with, a friend that have caused me to ponder this, is that really freeing yourself from and letting go of negative people doesn't mean that you don't love them or even hate them. It just means that you love yourself, because if you actually let the negative people continue to drag you down, then you're not able to help or yourself and others. So, and that you don't really need to be drained by people's negative energy. So freeing yourself from and letting go of these negative people emotionally is a wise thing to do. So many of us, particularly women, we are actually sensitive, and it's very easy for us to get into a state of feeling very emotionally drained when we're faced with negative people. But an important thing for us to learn in terms of being transformed and grow rich in relationships is that we need to be detached emotionally when people that are negative, and that they actually drain our energy. And the scripture says, love your neighbor as yourself. So you need to love yourself first. That's why we need to free yourself and let go of negative people. It doesn't necessarily mean that you totally ignore them, or that you don't spend time with them or help them, but to know that you really need to love yourself first. It's like the important concept, when you go on a plane, they would, have an announcement all the time to say that you need to put your own oxygen mask on before you can put an oxygen mask on others. So obviously, I'm not saying that you need to totally ignore negative people if they've already become your friends or partners. But if they're already in your life, what I'm saying is that you need to keep, if you keep letting these negative people frustrate you or hurt you, then you're really not loving yourself. So to love yourself, you need to detach yourself from these negative people. A friend of mine reminded me through Facebook that to truly appreciate the power of loving yourself in terms of, your personal relationship with yourself, you really need to take quality time out, or what we call me time or soul time, for yourself. And you need to set good emotional boundaries which detach us from harmful or even manipulative emotions of others. And I encourage you to harness that power of relationship and love by making some serious decisions to position yourself first. The more you love yourself, the more you're able to attract healthier relationships into your life, whether it's on a personal level or professional level. And I'm committed to doing that myself, and I hope you will too, because to be able to have great relationships, partnership, friendship, whether it's on a personal level or professional level, in business or in life, it actually really enhances our lives. So healthy relationship is so important, and these are the relationships that we should look for and should continue to nurture and build. And I'm really blessed, and when I think about the beautiful relationships and friendship and business partnership that I have had with so many people, I feel really blessed. But I'm sure that, like most of you, there must be certain negative relationships that are at play in your life and or your partnership, so that you need to be aware of, that you need to protect yourself from. And so, as they say, prevention is actually better than cure. For me, protection is also better than cure. When we talk about prevention is better than cure, and that is the realization that we really need to be careful in the beginning of any friendship or relationship. We need to choose wisely. But also, if these people have come into our lives, then protection is better than cure. That means that you don't let these, energy drainers as well as negative people actually cause you to be so drained and burned out, that you can't actually function properly, because there are so many of us that are very sensitive and we feel deeply for others, and when we see that, oh, these people are actually having issues or problems, and we try to help them, and there is this thing called messiah complex, that if you've actually already helped, try your best to help them, and they are still not willing to help themselves or take the action or efforts to improve themselves, then there is really nothing else you can do for them but just to be really pray for them, if that's all you can do. You need to really empower and honor yourself too, because if you don't do that, then you're going to be dragged down by them. So as one of my business leaders says, we have learned the hard way to select the people who you feel will respect and appreciate your efforts to help them grow. Because if these negative people that are in your life, whether in your personal or professional business life, are not going to be respecting or appreciating your efforts to help them grow and succeed, then there is really nothing much you can do to help them anymore. So time also is one of our most important assets, and it is entirely up to you how you use or dispense it. I believe that your positive energy as well as resources are very precious too. So self-preservation, in understanding that you need to love yourself first before you can love others, in any relationship, whether it's personal or professional, is very important. So what I'd like to say to you today is choose wisely, first of all, in terms of your relationship. Second of all, if these negative people have come into your lives, then do your best to help them. I'm not saying that you need to ignore them or totally get rid of them. What I'm saying is that you need to emotionally free yourself from and let go of these negative emotions that will drag you down. And when you're able to do that, then you'll be able to transform and grow in all areas of your lives, because relationship and partnership, and in terms of the dynamics of the people around us, actually have such a great impact in our lives. And if you have great people that are there to help you and support you and nurture you, it's a lot better than having people that are negative, that will constantly drag you down, that will constantly hurt and damage you. So that's what I'd like to share with you. And if you've got any feedback, please feel free to put it in a comment here, and I'd like to hear from you. So until next time, take care, and don't forget to look after yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.